still the best of the best. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Big Al's Barber channel. Guys, we are here today to discuss the machine of all machines, or should I say the shaver of all shavers, guys. Back in March 18th of 2018, March 18th of 2018, I dropped a video for the Braun Series 9 review, guys. Like most of you guys, I saw this machine first from another influencer. I'm gonna give you his name. I saw this at one time. I went to it was a get together where they just show you about cuts and they explain cuts. It was a look and learn basically with Chris Bosio. Chris Bosio is the first one that I ever seen have this machine. So right away I was intrigued, and that day I asked him, how is that shaver? And he told me it's the best shaver out there. That's what he told me at the time. You know what? I took his influence and I went out and I purchased it because I started after that. I looked at all the other reviews that were already out, and there was a few barber reviews, not too many, but everybody was speaking highly of this machine. The only drawback about this machine is that it's pricey. Even at the time, I paid $350, and that included the wash basin, the machine, and it was ready to go. Now that was 3 years ago, guys. This is the third video I've made on this machine. This is the 3-year update. 3 years later, I have the same machine. 3 years later, all I have to do is change out my blade every, I say once a year. The machine goes out, the blade goes out. Usually this center blade breaks, and then you'll have to replace it. But guys, this is still the best shaver in the industry 3 years later. And I'm talking about using this machine every single cut. And I do 100 cuts a week minimum, you know, so 100 cuts, you know, times 52 times 3, imagine that's a lot of cuts for one machine. Now you'd show me a shaver that lasts that long? They don't. Not the Finales, not the Andis, not the Babyliss. None of those foil shavers last this long. Foil shavers break, and the foil breaks constantly. And that was my biggest irritation when I was using the Wahl Finale, because I was a big Wahl Finale guy when I first started using shavers. Now, shaver makes a big difference, guys, because this is what's going to determine whether you're going to get faster or you're going to maintain the speed that you have now. Now, if you want to rip that hair apart and start taking it down, then you need to go with this machine right here. This is the best machine out there. This thing sounds broken in because I've had it for so long, guys. I mean, I've had this thing for 3 years already, so. But this machine by far is still the beast, guys. I still use this personally on myself every single day. Every single day. Let's talk about some of the pros about this machine, guys. The pros, okay? The pros about this machine, guys, is that, you know what? In 3 years, only one time I picked this machine up and it was dead. Now, how many times can you say that? How many times have you picked up your shaver and you had to realize, oh, I forgot to plug it in and it was dead? That used to happen to me all the time with my Finales. It never happens with this. Never. I have my basin right here. I insert it into the basin. My basin, once I set it in my basin, I can always tell that it's charging, and it'll always turn off when it's fully charged. Your machine will last you forever that way, guys. Let me show you the basin real quick. When I buy my wash, they're the 6-pack of clean washes. These go inside your basin, and basically you slide them in through the back, and this is what keeps your machine clean. I wash my machine once a day when I leave at the end of the day. What I do is I'll make sure that I plug it in, push the little button so that it washes it continuously. But I also, in order to maintain my machine, what I like to do is I'll take off the head, grab an air hose and I'll air blow it out. Put my machine back on. Grab some Cool Care and spray the Cool Care on it. Do that after every time you use it. But every night I'll set it in my basin and I'll set the machine to wash. Now let me show you the basin. So right here you could tell, guys, when you plug in your basin, you can see your lights. See these? You push it back. It tells you how much battery you have left right here. It tells you your wash cycles. Right here you could tell you that my basin is now empty, which is a perfect time to demonstrate to you guys how to change it. So what I do is I'll push this button, take this off first, push this button up. There's a button back here, and you're going to pull your basin out from the back. And you can see that this water is deteriorated and ugly. See that? Now I'm going to grab a new basin, open it up, take off the clip, and you just slide it in from the back, same way. Oh, do that backwards. Slide it in, put it in, and then you just close it down. Boom. Now you put your basin back in. Your red light's gone because you've changed your empty container. So now you're just ready to go. See, my battery's pretty full. It's always full, guys. Only one time I picked it up and I must have left it like this. That's the only time. But that's the only time I've ever picked it up, and one time only was it not charged up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I've never picked it up. One time it was not charged up. So that's definitely one of the pros, is a long battery life. The other thing I like about it, guys, is it has a long handle, so it's easy to create that groove. Also, this has a 3 cutting system. It has 2 foils on each side, and in the middle it has a cutting blade, so that if you have at least a half maybe on the sides of your face or on the sides, you'll still take it down. It'll take that all the way down to a 0. It'll shave it completely shaved. But hold that point. That's going to go to one of my cons after, all right? So, you know, this system right here is awesome. I like the way it's set up, wide, big. You get big strokes, so you easily, when you're doing razor fades, can shave that head down. And if they have a lot of dark stubble, the harder you press, the better it'll take it down closer. Now, my favorite pro about this machine, guys, my favorite pro about this machine is that this machine is exceptional for kids. You could put this, it's so gentle that you could put it on any kind of kid. You could put it on I've not even lying, guys, I've done a 0 fade on a 2-year-old, 1.5-year-old, probably the youngest, and you could shave them with this machine. You just gotta put it in there, sneak it up on them, and then let it rub on their back of their neck. And once in a while you'll get one that pulls away and says, ooh, because it feels funny, but the majority of the time, kids will accept this machine anytime, so it's exceptional for making those super tight fades look even nicer. I don't know about you guys, but when I do a 0 fade, to me 0 fade means shave. So I shave everybody, even little kids, adults, everybody. If they ask for a 0, they're gonna get the Braun Series 9 on the side of their neck. Now the cons, let's talk about the cons. Some of the things that I don't like about this machine. One of the main things I don't like about this machine, guys, is that sometimes if you have, like right here, I have some tough hairs, and sometimes it's hard for it to grab them, you know? I'll go in there and I'll rub it in, and you know, go this way, go that way. But for some reason, there's this little hairs right here that it just does not pick up. So, you know, that's just one of the cons. So sometimes I'll go back with my trimmer and I'll just knock off that little hair. And then I'll come back in with the machine and go over it again. So yeah, that's one of the cons that I don't like about it. The cutting system in the middle seems to cut really, really well, but sometimes it just skips these certain types of hairs. Long, you know, those one hairs that are very, very persistent and don't want to get cut off, it'll miss them. The other thing that I think a con against this machine is a pop-up shaver. This is trash. Does not work. Does not work at all. Does not work for me, I don't think. That's just me, I think. And then the other thing, the other con about this machine that, you know, for you guys that are new to using this machine is that you're gonna think it's awkwardly wide. It's hard to go around the ear. You just have to develop a system of using it. You know, there's a way of using it. There's a way of going around the ear. What I do around the ear is I'll knock the ear down and I'll go in sideways like this. And I also like to use a circular motion. This machine is exceptional for doing razor fades. That's what it's really good for. But I also use it, you know, for beard trims under here. Unless they're getting a hot towel shave, then I'll bring the straight razor in. But if they're getting a beard trim and they're not getting the straight razor, then I'll always use a Braun Series 9, clean them up on the bottom, clean them up on the sides, and then I'll just use a razor on the top right here. And that right there makes the haircut look smoother, faster, and better, guys. Trust me on that. But as far as cons, that's about it, guys. I don't have too many cons that turns me away from this machine. All I could tell you that if you haven't jumped on the Braun Series 9 train, you're behind, guys, because I've been on it for 3 years, guys. Trust me, I've used other shavers. I've bought other shavers to do reviews for you guys. You guys could go back and look at them. I give you guys my honest opinion. Sure, they're good. They're good shavers. Don't get me wrong. The Babyliss, the Wahl, they're all good shavers, and they're way cheaper than this. But if you want to go to a different level, and you want to bring up your speed, and you want to get good faster, then you need to elevate yourself to a Braun Series 9. Take my recommendation for that. I'm not lying to you. I've been on it for 3 years already. And that's the longest I've ever used one single shaver, guys. Trust me, I owned about 10 finales, about 2 Andys. I've used several machines, but I've never stuck with one shaver for this long. 3 years and counting already. Okay, guys, at the end of the day, what your shaver needs to do is be there for you. And you know what? One thing I hated about the finale, or even the Andys, is that, you know, sometimes I would set the machine down hard, or maybe just set it down, and then later on I look at it and the foil will be broken. How many times have you had that problem? Where you pick up your foil and it's all of a sudden it's broken on the end. Or you come back from a weekend off and you come back and your foil is broken. That happened to me a lot, and I wasted a lot of money doing that. So my solution was to get the Braun Series 9. Sure, I paid $350 when I first got this, guys, but you know what? Over 3 years, I've gotten my money's worth plus some. And I ended up buying a couple of more. I gave them away as gifts. Gave one to Raul, gave one to Dave, only because I know that this machine will make you a faster, better barber, and I know that that's what's happening with those boys. You know, little by little, they're learning, they're getting faster, they're getting quicker, and they're getting better. And that's because they use the right type of tools, which are so important when you're doing fades and you're working fast and efficiently. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, is about making money, getting faster, doing more haircuts, charging more, getting up on top of that scale. But guys, that's it for this product review. 3-year update, the Braun Series 9, still the beast, and for me, is the best shaver out in the industry. Now I'm gonna leave a link below in case you guys want to purchase this machine. If you guys have any questions, just drop them below. I answer everybody. Guys, with this machine right here, I guarantee you're gonna save time, money, and over the years, you're gonna learn to love this machine. Trust me on that when I tell you that. But with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching, guys. Again, Big Al's Barber Channel is here to help you get better with your barbering career. If you have any questions, drop them below. With that being said, you guys have a blessed night, and I'll see you guys on the next review. Grind on.